Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I am here to discuss whether you should rent or buy a home. I came across this decision when I talked to one of my co-workers, let's call her Britney Spears, and she was telling me about wealth and building wealth and financial literacy, and she had the nerve to tell me that renting is better than buying. So me and her went back at it. It was just like a boxing match, and I just want to kind of tell you guys what's the differences between renting and buying, and hopefully you guys can make the decision and then let me know below. Renting, you can pick up and move. When your lease is over, you can get out of there in case you don't want to live there anymore. As compared to a house, you're in a contract, you're stuck there, you're paying a mortgage. You cannot get out of that mortgage unless you go and sell the house or unless you pay off the house by itself. Yes, but you are building generational wealth. So let's say you want to move. Now that you're moving, you can pick up your house, sell it. Let's say you're there for, you know what, I'm going to give it a calculation. Give me 1 second. I'm in the city, so I'm going to give it let's say $1,200, and let's say you were there for 3 years, okay? That's how much you're going to be paying over the course of the 3 years. Now, instead of renting, let's say that's your mortgage, and you are paying that thing monthly. And after 3 years, you wanted to move. You can get that money back plus more, because majority of the time, especially in this day and age, your house is increasing in value. But if you're renting, okay, I've been paying every month, money is gone. Reason number two, let's say you do want to make changes to the house. I don't know, you wanted to paint the house or paint a room. You cannot do that without the permission of a landlord. The majority of the time, the guy's going to say no because they don't want you to go and screw up the apartment that they have. The next one is pets. But I'm going to tell you right now, disclaimer, I hate dogs. You guys can come at me at the comments below. I don't really care. I don't care how friendly your dog is. I do not like dogs. Like I said, I don't like dogs. I don't like cats. I don't like frogs. I don't like any type of insects, bugs, animals in my house. But if you do want to have a dog, there's a lot of places that aren't pet friendly, or your neighbors or your people next door kind of complain like, I don't want to live with someone with dogs. Guess what? You have a house, you can do whatever the heck you want. You can have the dog barking and pooping all over the place. Sorry, dog owners, I don't like dogs. But if you do have a dog, you can let them do whatever, destroy, rip up your place, because guess what? It's yours. No one's gonna come at you. You're not gonna have to pay a security deposit or not get your money back because your dog scratched up the carpet or whatever. So that's another reason you can do whatever you want with the house, or you can have a pet and not worry about any repercussions. Next thing is building legacy with wealth. Now, can you build legacy with wealth if you have an apartment? No. Now, disclaimer, I am not having any issues with having an apartment. I lived in an apartment even after I owned investment properties. I even lived in the basement of my mom's place, and I was, paying a certain amount to stay there, even though I had an investment property. So there's nothing wrong with that. So if that's your choice, that's why I'm making this video, so you can make your own decision. You can build generational wealth that you can pass on to your kids if you own a house. Let's say you pay off your mortgage, or if you don't pay off your mortgage and something happens to you, at least you have a stable house where you can build your generational wealth. Again, like I said, if you need to sell the house, all that money goes to you or your descendants, which increases wealth. Tax deductions. Now, you can get tax deductions when you're filing your taxes. They say that your house is worth 2.5 children in terms of tax deductions when you're filing your taxes. So you get a lot more tax deductions when you're filing your taxes as compared to when you're renting. Now, I will say this, if you do want to pick up and move, it's really easy when you're a renter as compared to when you're owning or buying a home. Our friend Britney Spears, who I mentioned early on, she says, oh, when you're moving, I just don't want that hassle. I don't know how long I'm going to stay in the city. Let me tell you, I've had buyers that had their house for less than a year, and they're going and selling their home just because the market is a little bit crazy right now, but they're going to get that money back that they put in and more. And then Britney Spears came at me with, oh, but the problem is, if you try to sell your home, aren't you going to have to go through all that paperwork, and it's just so much hassle? I mean, yes, there's a little bit of a hassle, but that's what the real estate agent is for. You sell your house, they go through all that paperwork, they go through scrimmaging through the buyers, the sellers, getting the thing on the market, making your house nice and fashionable. But think about it, if someone told you, okay, you're gonna move, but you know what? We're gonna give you $75,000 to move. A check of $75,000 to move because you're selling your house. And as compared to if you had an apartment, pick up and move, and guess how much you get? you may get your security deposit back. In fact, I have moved a few times like, oh wow, I get this check from the places I'm moving. Guess what? That's your money. You put that in already. And sometimes you don't even get that security deposit back. I just moved out of my 1-bedroom a few months ago to buy this house that I'm in right now. But they took out money because I think there was a burn on a carpet. I'm not even gonna call her name out. They charged us because we threw some stuff in the dumpster. You know, that's ridiculous. Another reason why, if you own the home, you wouldn't have to deal with that issue. Now, if you own the home and you're getting ready for retirement, do you see any benefits with owning the home with retirement? No, there's no benefits when it comes to owning the apartment, but if you own your home and you're in retirement, I think my auntie made it clear to me at best. She was talking about retirement and how that her pension and her social security is going to be paying X, Y, and Z. And I was like, but is it going to be as much as you were making when you were working? And she said, no, but think about it. My house is going to be paid off because I bought it such and such date. And so now that money that I was paying in mortgage or rent is a lot lower because I don't have to pay that cost of living. Or B, if she refinanced into a 30-year mortgage, now the cost is going to be a lot less because she's been in the house for 15, 20 years. That's another topic. I mean, you can refinance for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. That's a different topic. But just know that your cost will be lower for cost of living. So if you're retiring, if your house is paid off, even 10 times better, because guess what? You're not going to be paying for anything. Now, if you're in that apartment for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, yes, I've seen this happen. There's nothing to show for it. You're still paying that person who owns the place and you're getting nothing in return outside of shelter. Both places have shelter, but one you own and the other one you're just borrowing somebody's space. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed what I am saying. Did I forget anything? Let me know. Put a comment below and keep the discussion going. What did you decide? Did you rather rent or would you rather buy? Let me know. And I can't wait to hear from you. And one more thing, don't forget to like, subscribe to my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, The Real Estate Doc.